Hey everybody, Prophetic here, and I know for this week's Biddle Challenge we're doing Feren OS, which is pretty cool. I never tried it on a personal hopping machine. I've watched some reviews. So before I do a distro challenge review, I thought it'd be cool to start incorporating website reviews from like a marketing communications perspective. So here is the homepage. You might notice that Feren OS is using Weebly as a platform. If you're not like a website marketing person or a digital anything person, you just know how, if you're more of like a software dev engineer person, then I think this is a really smart choice. As easy as WordPress is, I think it still can be a big pain. Weebly's platform is like set it, forget it, and they have a pretty decent mobile rendering um, platform as well, where it easily can switch to. Actually, let's see what it looks like here. Oh, this one's sent. Um, Easily convert to a mobile website and look really good with like zero touching to make it, customize the experience for a mobile platform. So very bright, a lot of white space, which is like all the rage right now. Um, and like the look on the computers right here. Very basic, straightforward. And we start getting the fade ins. Again, like pretty much a standard modern website. Very pretty responsive. That was the biggest drawback from platforms like this, like Weebly and Wix. Whereas in their effort to automate things and make things look flashy out of the box with templates, there was a lot of overhead on performance. And I saw that always with Wix way more than Weebly. Weebly was really good at keeping that in control. The quotes from various news and media outlets, and the call to action here. I'll probably change this color to like more of a blue to make it pop, or even in green, just to be a totally different thing, because people tend to gravitate towards green as in go. And then some little messages here, some footers. Then we have the social media piece here. Not bad. And look how like simple and clean this is. Why Feren OS? It answers that a little bit on the homepage, but then it goes a little deep dive on here, which is nice. Homepages could be a decent summary and different, kind of give you a small mini pitch of like the on ramp to other parts of the web page. And that's usually a good place to go about it. Gives you a sample of what the icons will look like. This is really compelling, giving you confidence that no matter what type of document you throw at it, it's going to be able to open up. Really clever right here. Interesting, it's take on Vivaldi as a default. I'm not afraid to throw in the Microsoft logo in there. Cool. I want to look at wording and phrasing here. And interesting. Again, a call to action at the bottom. That's what you want to do. After reviewing this, by the end, logically, then that's the not logical next step. So a nice call to action at the bottom. News, Twitter page here, pretty cool. Seems pretty active on Twitter. That's always good. Let's see what the Facebook. Well, I don't know if I want to contact my Facebook, so news archive, boom, and help. A lot of links here. You could probably branch this out into separate links, maybe 2. Archived pages. I could probably go to news if you're going to do archive anything. About Feren OS, 90% of the time, the About Us page is the most viewed page after the home page. So ideally, you want to get the About Feren OS page right next to the home page, because people just this is true across industries, projects, whether it's retail, nonprofit. The About Us page is the most visited page after the home page. So you might want to give this home page a more prominent place on the tabs on top. And let's see if it does the call to action. Good. This is a great press kit. Nice. Here's a press kit. Contact us. Good. And you even want to do a call to action here too, and say, give it a spin, or why not try it? This is great. Even it'd be cooler even if we get a small bio of the main dev. I know he's pretty young and ambitious, so that might be a nice story to tell. Nice narrative of an ambitious young guy who's making a standout distro. Who knows? Or if they're going for like, oh, we're actually a big project with a whole bunch of team members, and that's sometimes why they avoid that. But I don't know. I think you should tell your story when you can, especially if it's unique. So if you put the About Feren page right there, that'll be a big boost. Feedback center, let's see what that looks like. Import a bug, good. Good. Yeah, pretty logical stuff, Now this is interesting because you could put this on their news. If not like a blog. Yeah. So this is news is kind of a catch. Help is kind of a catch-all, which has some pros and cons, but you could probably splice some of those things into other tabs. And then something that I always recommend that I'm working on, actually working with Ubuntu on this, is the whole email opt-in thing. I was just talking to someone who handles e-commerce and marketing and like digital marketing and some of the sales stuff with a company. And he mentions how as much traffic and traction you can get with social media links to promote something. When he sends an email out to his community, uh, especially with a good, clear call to action, they respond. More money comes in from email blasts than social media. That's still the case. If you told me You can only pick email or social media to do any type of donation drives or fundraisers. I'm picking email all the time because historically and even today in 2019, believe it or not, email still wins when it comes to um, call to actions, especially transactions that require or involve money. And yeah, so I think a lot of Linux distros, even elementary OS, with a user friendly, any organization should have an email opt-in to be able to have a very um, controlled um, convo with their tribe, with their community. Should use email as like their main source for serious, important, cool, interesting communications. And then the social media stuff could be the lights, fun stuff. You can still do the promotions in that context too. But I just think email is still your home base for a lot of those things. And again, because it's opt in, it's going to be like warm leads. It's going to be warm people who actually said, "I'm going to give you my email so that you can contact me." So it's not like you're spamming anybody if they're opting in because they want to hear from you because they like your product. So that's, I think, a big mental hurdle that a lot of people think about when it comes to email, and they are afraid to put an email opt-in somewhere on their homepage, is because they don't want to feel like they're going to they have to spam people because they have their email now. What do you do with it? I mean, email is going to be so critical, from like doing surveys that you can measure and quantify and do like, yearly surveys and have a decent controlled way to compare like monthly or quarterly or yearly surveys from your community. So, you know, um, just something to think about, especially if you put it like close to the top half, maybe one at the bottom, for sure at the About Us page. Keep in touch, or that kind of thing. Or you love it. You can even brand it, Feren, Feren VIP newsletter, whatever you want to, and very creative things can be done. So that's probably what is missing most here. So that's my review. I love the colors. I'm a big fan of the blues and whites, you know, um, especially this one. It's a nice pop blue. And you got the darker blue to kind of tone it down. So it's really good. Really nice. Well, my ISO is done downloading for a while now. I'm going to try to put this on a USB and give it a go. Let's see how it turns out.